Hello! I'm JT, and I'm here with...
Jamie. Hello.
Right, and we are getting ready to draft some Release 8.4 of Fate Reforged and Khans of Tarkir. Are we officially the thing we were doing, or is that enough?
Queerful Consideration?
Queerful Consideration.
Hell yeah.
Are we that?
Sure.
All right, so we are Queerful Consideration. That's going to be the name of this particular pairing of drafters.
We've teamed up once again.
Yes, we will be your hosts with the most
fluid gender identity on the interwebs.
Exactly. So not that
or in the magic sphere, I should say.
Yeah, I'd say there's
Let's clarify.
There's a lot of things in the interwebs, and that we may not in fact be the most anymore, since we do have an officially trans character in the Magic universe.
Oh my god, I'm so excited about that.
Yes, I'm excited too. Let's see if we can open her up. No, we do not have an Alicia who dies to lightning strike in this pack.
Is that her official title?
That's what I'm calling her now.
Alicia who dies to lightning strike.
So
Alright, so let's check out what we do have.
Yeah, this is a sweet new set, and we're just drafting.
Avengers. When it attacks...
That's
seems
pretty bummy.
That seems solid.
Yeah, it's a Pokemon Moti-Jin that bounces things.
It doesn't fly, though.
Yeah,
important to know.
It bounces things. Other things that we could play in this Typhoid Rats is always totally playable. Bathe in Dragonfire is a totally fine effect.
I am unfortunately not super familiar with these cards. There is also Valorous Stance, which I know is super solid.
That is a card in all kinds of formats, and is not a bad one to have. Also destroys this if you put them in the arena for a lot less mana.
It's a fact.
But
Battlefront Crushok can't be...
can't be
only
blocked.
have 15 seconds, so I know I can't read all of them.
Does your Outlast thing, right? So anybody that's got an Outlast on it also can't be blocked by more than one creature. But it's a 5-mana 3/4. This is a 6-mana 4/5 prowess, but man, if it lasts, it's a finisher. It blows up board stalls.
Yeah. Can you return creatures you control and get their enters the battlefield effects again?
Target creature, yeah. Wow.
Sweet.
I hadn't even thought of that.
Cool. So it's also versatile.
So the rare's gone here. We have a High Priest that sacks creatures to manifest creatures. Sounds bad. Manifest yourself a double striking 2/2.
That seems okay.
It's not the worst thing. This could do some interesting things, but it's 6 mana. It's not the effect I'm looking for. There's really nothing in here. This is a Frost Breath for 2 creatures and a Delve card. Yeah, nifty, but not, again, so compelling. So I don't see...
are we in... Oh, no. We have... It's Fate Reforged Cons.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is... I think we might just try to pick up a different color here, because...
with the Shifting Loyalties cards. And the Will and Naga aren't exactly super duper.
And they're also 6 mana. I like Hunt the Weak because that's a removal spell, and I love blue-green.
Okay, or there's the Manifest Your card with a counter on it.
Yeah, that also seems good.
Either way, well, removal.
Yeah.
Right?
Removal.
Bombs removal. Speaking of bombs, Giant War Beast.
What the hell is this?
7
Whoa! What? Okay, that seems really cool.
7 mana 6/6 that poops out new creatures off the top of your deck if he ever gets blocked. I'm not sure about this guy. How many 7 mana cards do I really need here?
That's fair. There is a 3 mana Rampant Growth that lets you put a counter on a creature. That actually doesn't seem very strong.
I don't know.
For some reason, I read Bolster as Scry, and those are definitely different abilities.
Bolster puts a +1/+1 counter on things, which is good.
Right, but you need in order to cast that, to get the counter on turn 3, you have to have a 2-drop, and 2-drops are not really where I want to be in this set, but I also have only drafted it 4 times.
So we have Cunning Strike, which is a 5 mana spell that I'm not super psyched about. Another one of these make a 3/3s.
I think I make a 3/3.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean...
Just because it fits the curve well, or you could Rampant Growth, but... I'm sorry, when I say it fits the curve well, I mean it costs less than the bomb rare that we took first pick. Which is, I guess, not the best reason to take a spell.
Top 4 cards in your library into your graveyard, and then fetch a creature and a land from the graveyard. Interesting. Fine late game. Early game might draw you 2 cards. It's similar to a draw 2.
It is an instant. I'm not super excited about it, though, because one of the cards you're getting back... It's like 4 mana instant speed, raise dead for your best creature, and sometimes you also get a land, which, who knows how relevant that is.
Okay, fair enough. We are not playing the Weenies deck here. However, 3-1... that's like casting a lightning strike every turn here with that dash. I kind of want to take it, just to see what happens.
Yeah,
here.
see if we can get red.
Yeah, see if we maybe go in a teamer direction. There's also some fixing there for it, but...
there were several red cards in that last...
White is looking
Whoa!
really open, but yes, that's...
Oh my god, yeah. Yep,
yeah.
Ethereal Ambush. Isn't that like the best combat trick in the set?
It's a pretty good combat trick. It's a pretty good combat trick. Looking at white here, white's really open. Look at this. This is not a bad thing. I get a 2-mana 2/2 that could also be a morph creature. I really like this guy.
Vigilance Prowess?
In theory, I like this guy.
Have you played with it yet?
Yeah, and I haven't really made him work as well as I would like him to, but this has always been good whenever it's been cast. So,
yeah.
I kind of don't want to get trapped into the weird 5-mana spells here, but...
Yeah. So we'll just be on the lookout for things like this Inoc Guide that's 2 mana, or this one, which is also 2 mana.
It's a 1/1. Prowess. Can sometimes trade up. Draws a card when it dies. Replaces itself.
Or just the solid 2/2 that... Oh, wait!
It's not a 2/2. It's a 2/2, or it fetches you a land to the top of the library. So it's a weird fixing. I think it's more valuable than it looks.
Yeah.
But then again...
The thing is that the fact that the land doesn't go to your hand makes it way less exciting.
I would agree with that.
I think the Jeskai Sage is the plan.
Alright, Jeskai Sage it is. And this guy, I'm, questionable in him. I just took him because I took him.
Yeah, because why not?
Yeah. Oh, look, I don't mind a bad blue-green deck. I would just have to open a Sagu Mauler and an Ice Feather Aven. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, so in triple cons, blue-green is where I wanted to be every single draft. It just felt so strong.
It's
and we'll see if adding Fate Reforged can improve it.
So, this, no.
No. But the fruit is so sweet, JT.
Yeah, well, so this is a 2-drop, and 2-mana 1/3s were not the worst thing in the world. I don't think we're ever casting anything with this. This is a 2-mana 1/3 with no text on the card.
Basically, yeah.
But if our options are Goreswine, God, white is open. This is also a 2-mana 1/3 that just gains you life, just strictly better. I kind of want to go here just to stay open to it.
Open to the red? Is a 4/1 good in this format?
There's a lot of things you can do with a 4/1. It triggers your Ferocious for certain. And I loved an Alpine Grizzly, and this is basically an Alpine Grizzly.
Slightly worse, but
worse.
If you get Barrage of Boulders, you feel worse with that card than you do with an Alpine Grizzly.
Yes, but if you Barrage of Boulders, you feel just as good.
If you're the person casting it, I guess it's less relevant.
Exactly. And it's not like there's a ton of people running around with Barrage of Boulders. Now here we have... So here's this curve thing that I'm noticing. I think this is actually going to speed up the set because I think people aren't going to be looking at clans as much. I look at this Smoldering Efreet, and it's not great, but... Man, there's still this choice again. Removal...
Or Formless Nurture.
4-mana 3/3. With potential upside. Okay, this, by the way, is fine. But...
Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. If it's a dragon, put 2 counters on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that seems okay. Yeah, I like Hunt the Weak here. Because, from what I remember in triple cons, removal is tough to come by.
How are these things still here? A, this guy.
Maybe that dude is not as strong as you want it to be.
Maybe he's not. He is a 3-mana 2/2 versus... so 3-mana 2/3s were the Bomb Diggity in cons.
Exactly. And that,
is definitely not one of those.
Yeah. There is Inoc Guide.
Yeah, and he can fix colors for splashes.
Yeah, or be a grizzly bear.
This thing is just a lava...
Lava axe?
Lava axe, yeah.
Lava axe that might have some upside if you're dragon tribal.
Ooh.
Oh.
Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing.
I think it might be a possible fixable thing in triple Fate Reforged.
So this is my sweet sideboard tech against somebody who's running a Siege. One of the Siege enchantments, and then we have to somehow put a creature enchantment in our deck somewhere that we can swap. An aura for that. Now this is actually a good get. I like this, because you can delve, and it'll be maybe a 3 mana spell.
Yeah, those are the spells that we saw before and decided to not take, those 6 mana spells.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in here.
Hey, look, putting it in the 5 mana slot is a fine.
So do you want a Lava Axe, or this thing?
As long as you control a red or white permanent.
It's +2/+2.
That is quite solid if we do end up playing the red spells,
but we're not really playing red spells right now.
Yeah.
Draw.
Oh, that is Alicia on Martyr Rage Mark.
Oh,
that's
sweet.
Alicia right there.
Well, then I think we need to take that out of... unless we need to draw 3.
I like draw 3.
We took a draw 3.
I like draw 3. Do you take the Cleric or the Pilgrim? I think you take the Pilgrim here. You know what's hilarious? If we
use that Weaponsmith to cast him?
Yeah. If we ended up taking the Weaponsmith.
I don't think we took the Weaponsmith.
For good reason. You know what's hilarious? Vial of Dragonfire isn't even in Fate Reforged. It's in the next set.
Oh, hey! We were having this discussion about whether or not...
well, this is Cons.
Oh, this is Cons now. Never mind. I'm a dope. So, welcome to Cons. Welcome to the draft, JT. So
Bellowing Saddlebrute is a backbreaking card, and Bloodstained Mire is a money card.
Yeah, and we're not in black. Although we could be. I mean, we could do a Sultai thing here.
Yeah.
This.
Although we have 1,000 4-drops. I don't know. I really like Bellowing Saddlebrute. But I could also... like there
a lot of 4-drops. We need to actually start picking up more and aggressive... I mean, we'll get a one Sandbar back.
Yeah, they're a defensive... Like, even Archer's Parapet, I think, would be a solid
$5 card.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
a 4-ticket card, sorry. I'm gonna take this, but yeah... Saddlebrute is definitely backbreaking.
I think if Bloodstained Mire wasn't in the pack, I think Bellowing Saddlebrute is definitely the best card. But maybe not even the card that we picked because of what you just said. We have a really high curve. I think Archer's Parapet would be the card that I ended up taking.
I don't know. If we're going to splash black, I'd rather it be for this bomb than this activated ability.
That's completely fair.
Speaking of red bombs...
I really like walls. I like walls in this set.
Apparently, I just want to be the world's highest curve.
Oh, you Embodiment of Spring can...
3/3
double strike and prowess. That seems good.
Of course, we're splashing for a double red card at that point.
I think that if you take that, it is A, defensible, and B, you have to prioritize getting an Embodiment of Spring or 2 later on.
I mean, is the answer just here or
no?
Here?
Oh God.
No. All right. Well, we'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced. We're an eternity away from casting that.
Oh, what is Keru Lich Lord?
He's terrible. Random.
Ooh, it gets Flying, Trample, and Haste.
Random Whip for 3 mana.
That seems
versus
meh.
awesome
versus incremental growth.
Versus awesome.
Jeskai Windscout.
And we need 3 drops.
Ooh, or Mystic of the Hidden Way.
Mystic of the Hidden Way, also a quality card.
I think that I would rather have Mystic of the Hidden Way here.
Ooh, that's a bold choice. Why do you say?
So, if we are manifesting stuff and we hit Mystic of the Hidden Way, that's pretty brutal. I know that is an if statement, but I also just like the fact that it has morphs, so you can hide it along with your other morphs. But Jeskai Windscout starts beating on turn 4 evasively.
Man, I'm torn.
Well, we have 2 seconds.
I'm gonna go Windscout.
Cool.
I think people overvalue the Mystic.
That's fair.
Ooh.
That's a Scaldkin, though. Oh, that's the 5/5 trample. That's our 5/5 trample.
That's our 5/5 trample. And if we're gonna be splashing red,
you could splash white and black for Absent Charm.
That seems excessive.
It triggers prowess.
That's now you're just saying words.
You know.
Are you gonna make an argument for Hardened Skill?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Hey, but it combos with our Ina guy.
We can make it a 2-mana 3/3.
Woot. Alright, so I think Stonehorn Raider. Look, we need 3 drops, and this is a perfectly good one, and can be big.
Ice.
Hey!
Yay!
That's exactly what we said we wanted. Also, Disdainful Stroke, great. Also, Embodiment of Spring, awesome. Also, Highland Game, I'd be really happy to get back. Hootie would be fine.
Hootie and the
Mandrels,
fish.
yes, exactly. But Ice Daddy, nobody's gonna argue with that.
Ice Daddy. Okay.
Now this
What's
is a
in here?
choice. So the like the blue Gitaxian Savants.
Yeah, it's also a 2-mana 0/6, which is so enormous.
Yeah, I mean
it's so nothing's gonna get through that until like turn 7.
Monastery Flock though is also a good blocker morph, cheap morph. That you can always turn up. You don't have to find a card for it. Treasure Cruise. I don't think this is a Trumpet Blast deck, but yeah, I mean, or there's Hootie. I'm tempted to go with one of these two.
Yeah, I think if between the two of them, definitely pick the Dragon's Eye Savants.
Okay.
There's also the cute little thing where, like, if you Formless Nurturing the Dragon's Eye Savants, it becomes a 1/7. You can attack with it because it doesn't have Defender.
Cute. It's cute.
Let's see. Crippling Chill and Disdainful Stroke are in this pack, and I think they're both solid choices, and they trigger prowess. Of the two of them, I'm not sure which I prefer. I'm not a big fan of having a deck with only one counterspell in it. But in general, I do like Counter Magic and Limited.
Yeah, I'm not as big a fan of Disdainful Stroke here just because of how many morphs there are, right? The giant morphs that you want to be countering sneak underneath it by coming into play and then flipping up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this can totally keep you from getting blown out by a Villainous Wealth or something late in the game. I look at this. I say this is also an option. Nobody expects you to morph anything on 4. But I'd agree with you. I think the Crippling Chill is just, it's on color, it's not splashed, it's whoa.
Riverwheel Aerialists.
So it's another giant 6 mana 4/5.
I think we have enough giant 6 mana things. There is Winter Flame in this pack.
The Winter Flame is no joke. It's a real card. This
Kill a morph, tap a thing, swing through.
Yeah, I like this one too.
Bloodfire Expert. I'm not a big fan of Bloodfire Expert actually. Because the thing about like that triggering Ferocious is that you have to cast a spell for it to trigger Ferocious.
Which is anything that you want to trigger Ferocious on.
Aren't
like Savage Punch.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Oh, I'll take a Wetland Sandbar.
Yeah. You mean you don't want the 4/2 with Hexproof and Prowess for 5 mana?
Or the Swift Kick.
Swiftly Kick. I actually forget what Swift Kick does.
Ooh.
Oh, Embodiment of Spring.
Okay, so the question is, do we want Embodiment or do we want Stubborn Denial?
We want Embodiment, definitely, because we're still doing the splash for the double red card.
And Canyon Lurkers? Really?
Yeah, I think we have to take it.
Don't we need to take more control-y type cards then, if we're going to be doing this kind of 0/3 find lands stuff?
Maybe.
Lens of Clarity. This is actually a real thing now that Manifest is everywhere. Is it something we want, or do we want to scout the borders and just throw shit into our graveyard?
I think neither of those, and you take the Ruxash's Secret or the Mana Fixing out of the pack, because Ruxash's Secret is actually pretty strong.
Alright.
Because the format is slow. Scaldkin.
Naturalize for the board?
Scaldkin for the main.
Really?
It has evasion or can kill a morph. I think it's underrated. Oh.
That'll go on the board. I'm not a giant fan of Scaldkin.
Okay. Well, I mean, ultimately it's your choice what you play, but I quite like Scaldkin. I like having exactly one Scaldkin. I would never take a second one.
Okay.
But I like having the one. Just because, like, the worst case scenario is that it's a Windrake. I mean, it costs 4 mana, so it's worse than Windrake, but, like, it's Windrake that you also get to throw at your opponent for the last 2 damage.
Ooh. Look. Whiskey. It's a visual joke. Nobody here.
Ooh, look! Look at this thing in my hand! Yeah.
There we go. Now we got it. So yeah, you say you've drafted this format a few times now?
Triple cons. Triple cons I've drafted.
You haven't drafted so you haven't drafted any Fate Reforged yet.
That is absolutely the case.
Whereas I've drafted a ton of cons of Tarkir, and not so much of the rest of. Oh my goodness.
Abzin. Become Immense. Become Immense.
Yeah. So this is something we're gonna have to watch out for. But wow.
So, to tell you the story, about my success in Triple Cons draft.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading an advice article, I believe it was Frank Karsten's, and he was toting blue-green as a thing to try to force. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can see these merits. And then I forced it, and my 5th pick was Become Immense, and it won me every game, and I won the draft. And then I first picked Become Immense in the next 2 drafts, and like 2 of my 4 games in each of those drafts I won because of Become Immense. I split in the finals of both of those because of Become Immense. So I'm really, really excited that we got one because it is incredibly strong, especially paired with like Jeskai, Windscout, Scaldkin, stuff like that. You're just picking away evasively, and then your opponent's like, oh yeah, I'm at 12 or whatever, I'm totally safe, and then you cast Become Immense and kill them out of nowhere.
That sounds good. Speaking of good, this guy, actually, do you think she is still as bad? And by bad, I mean good. Bad in the 1980s sense of the word. For those of you watching.
Totally bad!
Totally bad in the 80s sense. Now that Treasure Cruise and Dig are out of Modern, is Monastery Swiftspear still a fighting character in Modern?
I am... Before we get to that, are you sure you don't want to take the mana fixing?
You know, I like me some mana fixing, but we've already got the embodiment and the guide to help find stuff, and the Willie Loxodon is no joke.
Oh yeah, it's super, super strong. So, in Modern, that deck is definitely tier 2 because of the bannings. Monastery Swiftspear is still something I'm considering playing in my Legacy Burn deck. But I don't know how excited I am about it.
Card selection is cool, but we're not going to splash for it.
Isn't Arrowstorm like a giant burn spell?
It is.
Although Force Away is also strong.
It's a giant double red burn spell. This might be more of an even active treason deck, but Force Away
is quite good.
It seems to be what I want here.
Yeah, because I mean, every single deck in Cons is starved for like tricks and removal of kinds, although we do only have 12 creatures.
Right, and 2 of them are kind of utility guys. But on the other hand, we also have this, which makes a creature, and this, which makes 2 creatures.
Yeah, so we effectively have 14 creatures.
Right. I like Force Away. It's a useful trick. Oh my god.
Mantis Rider.
I can't splash for Mantis Rider. I can't splash for Debilitating Injury. Are we just in the wrong colors? Is that what happened? Are we just in the wrong colors?
You know, it's looking like that is a distinct possibility, but too late now. We're in pack 3.
So,
well, how many? We do have 2 swords of mana fixing. No, I don't. No, we can't.
We have Bloodstained Mire and Bloodfell Caves, so we could get into a black splash, but we can't really get into a white splash here.
Oh. Would you rather just take Singing Bell Strike to be easier on your mana?
Easier than...
Sorry, I yawned through that.
Easier than a Summit Prowler? Yeah.
No, easier than Debilitating Injury.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it's worth taking Debilitating Injury here. I mean, it might be worth hating Debilitating Injury because it kills basically everything in our deck.
That's totally fair.
But in that case, I might as well want to hate this Mantis Rider because I have no way to deal with it. Oh, it did that thing where it resets all of my things.
Yeah, oh...
Glacial Stalker is a fine card.
I agree. Is there anything else we would consider here?
Well, I mean, I do have the 2 black splashes. I could try for an Abomination of Gudul. I'm just not sure that it's good enough to be worth splashing for.
I don't think it is. No, I think you want to take the Glacial Stalker and click and drag it into the...
Yes.
We might not play Will of the Naga if we're going to play Become Immense.
I think we can support 2 delves.
Yeah, 2 delve cards is generally what I like to try, but... Sorry, the accompanying thought there is that we'll likely pick up another delve spell that we care about. Awaken the Bear! Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah, I don't like the can't block. Awaken the Bear is a good trick.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
What? White is so open. How is white open? Abzan is the most overdrafted of the colors, and here it is in spades. Is
Not
it just
this time? So the rare in this pack was Anafenza. That's the secret.
I don't think that's true. I think blue is actually really powerful in Fate Reforged, and so it pushes people in that direction. I think blue is really good in Fate Reforged.
That's fair.
And we fell prey to that trap.
Well, I was actually unaware of that.
I can't pass
Another Absent
Another
Guide?
Absent Guide.
I feel totally okay with hating an Absent Guide.
Oh, God. Mana fixing for white all over the place. White is everywhere. So we got 23 here. And we could run 23.
And we have 15 creatures effectively because of the 2 spells that make creatures.
Yeah. I mean, is this a 17-land deck? We're not exactly crushing the top end.
I think that... So, the important thing to keep in mind is that almost every single morph needs 5+ mana to flip up. And you're not...
Holy shit, we have some mana fixing.
Yay!
It's for our 2 main colors, or we could take a 2-drop that we still kind of need.
I like the land.
Okay.
But yeah, so I have never ever felt comfortable playing less than 18 lands in a draft deck. Because we have so many morphs and stuff, I could see going 41 cards, 18 lands, 23, 18.
Well, we only have 5 morphs, and 4 of them... We only have 3 big mana morphs, the 5 or 6 mana morphs. Then we've got these 4 high-end cards.
That's true, but it's still really... That doesn't change the fact that it's super important to have 5 lands in play by turn 5.
It's true. You definitely don't want to be the last guy to hit 5 mana.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Like, that's the main point.
Okay, so if we're going to say that we're going to run 18, and we could make an argument for 41, which for our... what is the word? Debut. For our debut video, we'll probably get people to immediately say, I'm never watching these people again.
The thing about playing 41 cards is that you have something like a 2.5% chance lower of drawing any specific card. Like, that's the way the math works out. I have a friend who wrote an article about it.
Why is this still in a pack?
We're hating it out.
What? But Scout the Borders? We could play Scout the Borders.
I like hating the Absent Ascendancy instead.
We do have 2 Delve cards. Alright, we'll hate the Absent Ascendancy.
Didn't get there in time.
My hate wasn't fast enough.
Stupid Moto.
Oh, what? Did it just pick another thing?
No. The next pack opened up. Maybe it glitched.
It was weird. Embodiment?
Just
in case?
Just in case. I don't think we'll play 2. Nothing says I love you like a better crawlworm.
Oh yeah, I guess it is a better crawlworm.
Yeah. Crawlworms come a long way, homie.
Strictly better crawlworm, man. When I was your age, the crawlworm was. My crawlworms was 6'4" and had walls of flavor text.
And we liked it that way.
Well,
that is a wall of flavor text.
True.
It's because that's all there is to put on the card.
Exactly.
Imagine a vanilla creature with no flavor text.
Now that would be the worst insult. Like Squire.
Yeah.
Does Squire have flavor text?
Yes. Of course Squire is flavor text.
Okay, so clearly we messed up the draft really badly by not being able
You know...
There is one white drafter at this table, and they have the sickest deck ever made.
We're going to lose to them in round 2.
Stop it. Why do you hate me? Alright, so...
I love you.
We have 1 to 2 cuts to make here.
Oh, yeah, we do. It's probably second embodiment of spring.
Is it strictly Winterflame Dragonstyle Twins? No, but then we'd have to take out the embodiments because we wouldn't need them anymore. And replace them with
and also
much
Snowhorn
more
Rider
stuff. Oh, you're right.
And replace it with 4/2 Hexproof Palace.
Yeah, seems bad. Seems bad. The weird thing about the Dragonstyle Twins here is the only thing we have to pump it is Awaken the Bear. Outside of that, we're just casting the occasional sorcery.
So here's another thing to consider.
Okay.
We have 3 things. If we play both Embodiment of Spring and Inot Guide, we have 3 things that get our splash color. But because we have a double red spell, we still have to play 2 mountains.
At least.
At least 2 mountains. So your mana base is way, way, way better if you cut Dragonstyle Twins, because then you can just play 1 mountain. So you have 2 red spells, it's Winterflame and the Morph thing, and you can play 1 mountain and...
7 and 7 plus my duel.
Yep. Well, maybe 7 and 7. But yeah. Long story short, you play 1 mountain, call it a day. You might even be able to cut an Embodiment of Spring at that point.
So let's.
And then you need to add 1 spell.
I don't think that's true. So if I put in my Thornwood.
What does Defiant Ogre do?
Oh, it's terrible. Shatter on a 3/5,
or it's a 6 mana 4/6.
6 mana 4/6 does not seem great to me.
No, you could put the Disdainful Stroke in from the sideboard.
Why would?
Because we have 22 here.
22?
You can run 22.
18 lands. 18. Remember, you're the one talking about running 18 lands.
Yep.
So before we get to the argument about running a 41 card deck, the way the mana base would look like in this case is right. 2 mountains. Wow, it really wants a lot. What's our color?
Well, we also cut an Embodiment of Spring, so now we only have 2 things that get the mountain.
Even though it's looking like this, I still think we really want a pretty even amount of blue and green.
Yeah, I could see running 1 more island than forest, but it was saying 9 and 6, which is just
not
bonkers.
Correct. Yeah. So, up 1, down 1. So that would be 9 blue sources, 8 green sources.
And 2 red sources. Well, 4 if you count the things that get the mountain.
Right.
4 red sources for 2 red spells? I feel comfortable with that.
We only have Embodiment and Guide.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 4. Okay. 4 red sources for 2 splash spells.
I feel comfortable with that.
That's actually more than sufficient. The question is, do we put Dragon-style Twins in the deck? I'm going to go ahead and add these right now.
Yeah, I think if we put Dragon-style Twins in the deck, we cut another spell for the second Embodiment of Spring. Okay. And I think at that point it might not be worth it.
Sort. I convert mana cost. Group creatures separately. And put the things that are actually creatures up in the creature pile. Put the things that are actually 3 mana spells over in the 3 mana spell pile.
Hooray, organization! Don't forget Ice Feather even.
Don't forget that thing goes over here. Where's my Ice Daddy goes here.
Ice Daddy!
Yeah, I mean, that's a curve. That's a curve. And these things actually linger farther out on the curve.
It's so curvy.
So, yeah. You were saying cut a spell?
If you're adding Dragon-style Twins, I think you're cutting something to make room for the second Embodiment of Spring to make sure you can cast it. Which I think at that point is not worth it, but...
I could cut the Sandbar for it.
That...
I could cut the Scaldkin for it. I hate the Scaldkin as it stands.
Okay, that's fair. I like me my Scaldkin, but... Dragon-style... I will readily and happily admit that Dragon-style Twins is much better than Scaldkin.
All right. Well, I'm glad we don't have to have that argument. That is one argument we can avoid. Yeah. Oh, hey, alternate art. No, that one's not. Yeah. Jeez, double red.
Yep, it's a tricky one. So the question is, that late in the game, you're probably going to trigger it once or maybe twice, and is that enough to break through a ground stall? Because it is on the ground.
It is on the ground. It is only double strike. It's not trample, so it's not like Become Immense is an automatic win with it.
But Awaken the Bear probably is. Because Awaken the Bear will make it a 7/7 double strike trample.
Yeah.
Okay, that actually seems really good.
All right. I mean, that when you put it that way, it sounds good. But what are the chances? Gosh, I think we were just in the wrong colors here. I mean, look, we have a fine blue-green deck that splashes a little red. I'd be fine leaving it as it stands. I mean,
are you going to be upset at me every single time you draw Scaldkin?
Yes. Yes, and I'm actively looking at other things that I could put in this deck instead of Scaldkin. I don't have enough red permanents or white permanents to run that.
But if you're running Dragon-style Twins, you could probably run Jeskai Runemark because that'll give it evasion, because it's a red permanent.
God, you... This is not cute. There's this guy, 7 mana, 6/4, first strike. Ugh. First strike and trap.
I actually like Pilgrim of the whatever that is.
Pilgrim of the Things.
Yeah, Pilgrim of
Pilgrim
whatever.
of the Final Fantasy 7. Anyway,
Final Fantasy Pilgrim.
Yeah,
that's what I'm calling it from now on.
Draw 3. Draw 3 is a thing.
That is sweet art.
That is sweet art.
That is so cool.
I'm not sure what that is on it. Is that
it's cyborg senses awareness? I don't know. It's sort of like this monk has a HUD.
Yeah, it's a heads-up display
Yeah.
of what's going on in this creature.
It's
is
like
this
treasure
supposed
points
to be an orc? Is that what that is?
I am pretty sure it's an orc.
Maybe this is his heads-up display for his advanced acupuncture degree. I see your chi and your spleen is a little depleted. Yeah, disdainful stroke's a fine thing. I think we have this interesting removal. We've got some fat at the end of the curve. This basically looks like
a solid deck.
It looks like a solid Kanza Tarkir deck. It doesn't look like we got all that much out of our Fate Reforged pack here.
Except the big bomb rare.
Except that could have also been the other flying 4/5 prowess.
This doesn't have flying. Remember, this does not have flying.
I know, but I'm just saying, we also opened the 6 mana 4/5 from Kanza Tarkir.
Yeah.
It's the flying one. So, I mean, it's kind of,
I just
kind of
said
an
that
interchangeable thing. No, I'm not, don't worry, I won't forget that.
Okay.
But, like, it's kind of an interchangeable effect here. I look at this, I'm like, okay, we got this is kind of cool. What else did we pick up? Great. It triggers prowess while giving us a creature.
Yeah, and the double Hunt the Weak.
And 2 Hunt the Weeks. Okay, so there's some removal we picked
and
up.
the whatever that delve thing is that I already forget the name of.
Right.
Will of the Naga.
Not gonna remember what the name of that card is. All right.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh
Office Space
yeah.
reference. All right. Well, I guess we're done with this part of it. So we're just gonna go ahead and submit the deck here. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in round 1.